Next on stage is going to be another panel discussion on solving real-time problems through technology. And to moderate this panel, we are going to have Mr. Bhaskar Verma on stage once again, who is the regional head of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu at nasscom. He focuses driving various nasscom forums and initiatives for global capability centers, IT services, BPM, and small and medium enterprises. He comes with a strong leadership and strategic planning experience. He is also board of director at Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. And introducing the first panelist of the discussion, Mr. Bhavesh Narayani,
Hello.
who serves as the co-founder and product head at Solinas Integrity. He has played a pivotal role in refining the HomoSep product for widespread use in the cleaning of septic tanks and manholes, aiming to eliminate the need for manual intervention. He holds a master's degree in mission design specialization from IIT Madras and a bachelor's degree in automobile engineering. Bhavesh's notable achievements encompass securing 5 Indian patents, publishing in the Elsevier Journal, and presenting a peer-reviewed international conference focused on advancements in robotics. The second speaker of the panel is Ms. Sampriya Jain, who is an architect and a product designer. She has worked on various projects in the field of architecture with a focus on universal design before shifting her focus on product design, specifically medical devices design. She has been working with Symbionic for the past 2 years. She is working on building Titan, an affordable, intuitive prosthetic arm for those with upper limb differences. She also developed a new product called Unavu to enable upper limb bilateral amputees to eat independently. She has always been involved with various social projects, such as managing her team with her university's Rotaract Club. She has run various committees for her university, like running her university's first placement cell as student placement coordinator. And the third speaker in the discussion today is going to be Mr. Shakti Sairam, who is a mechanical engineer with an eye for detail. He was initially interested in automobile design, but an internship opened his mind towards the design of prosthetics. He has been working with Symbionic for the past 3 years and has led to many changes and innovative design applications in the development of the product. He has seen over 15 iterations for the Titan arm and has seen it through the launch of the product. And having all these 3 experts, we are definitely going to have a fruitful discussion today, moderated by Mr. Bhaskar.
Thank you. Just one correction. It's not a panel discussion, and I don't want to bore you with the panel discussion and the GAN. I will just give you a background of NASTEC, why we started. And it's a very different kind of conclave, and it's celebrating you along with nasscom. That's the intent. And when we saw, or when we call tech in action, and exactly we want to show you tech in action, because being a technologist, at least we can show what we are delivering and how we are impacting the world. So I will start with Symbionic first, Sampriya and Shakti. So first you talk about what Symbionic is and what triggered in your mind. If you can come on the, so we will have a free flow conversation. Sure. And if you have any questions, time permits, we'll talk. Yeah, over to you.
Hello. Yeah, hi. So we're from Symbionic. Symbionics journey started with Rishi, the co-founder and CEO. He was traveling through bus to Pondicherry, as one does, and he met with an accident where he lost his right arm. So Rishi actually spent months looking for different prosthetics on the market, looking for different solutions, and he was actually very enthusiastic about getting a new prosthetic and making new plans, getting his life back on track. But he couldn't find one. Some were just too amateurish, some were too expensive, out of his range. And after I think probably a year of looking for a decent prosthetic in the Indian market for the Indian customer, he sort of gave up. He just understood, okay, this is what his life is right now, and he's not going to get access to a decent prosthetic at his affordable range. So while talking to his friends, and incidentally there was this one journey he undertook in Chennai only, traveling through a train, he met another person just like himself who had lost his arm in an accident. car accident, and this guy was like 70 years old, and he had spent all of his life without a prosthetic. And just something just clicked. Rishi was, just something clicked in his mind, and he's like, okay, maybe this isn't a solution, maybe there isn't a product in the Indian market right now, but that does not mean we cannot make one. So overnight, Symbionic was born with Rishi and Niranjan, childhood friends, coming together and just saying that, okay, we don't have an arm, so what? We'll just make one for ourselves.
Fantastic story. So this is a real-time problem, and I think being an Indian, we crib about many things, but I think we are blessed. We have so many problems to solve, and the people like them, they are solving the problem. Shakti, I know you guys wanted to demonstrate something. Do you have something to play to at least give them an idea what exactly you're talking about?
Yeah, so we have a video that we would like to play at the moment. So
Okay. AV team, can you play the video, please? No, this is not the video. The next one. This is not the video. Okay, while they are putting up that video, tell me about when you started, what kind of challenges, and what's your age, by the way?
I'm 29.
I'm 24 right now. I joined Symbionic when I was 20.
Okay. And what that idea came to my mind at the age of 24 and 29 to join a startup and create something and disrupt the world?
I think it's like as an engineer, you're just looking for really interesting problems to solve, things you can optimize on, things you can impact people's lives with. And obviously, when I was still doing my bachelor's, Symbionic was incubated at VIT, and I spoke to Rishi, and I just felt the need to solve something, a real life problem that would impact people and see through. So when I joined, it was basically the initial stage. We had to come up with a prototype. We were sitting in Rishi's bedroom trying to 3D print prototypes and get something out to people. So that was really fun and interesting at the time. And now that I'm seeing the fruits of the labor, getting the prototype users and actually seeing them use it, seeing them get functionality out of it, it's what more can you ask?
Yeah, exactly. And what's your story? Why you have joined?
So like it was there in the introduction, I was running my university's placement cell. So I was in charge of basically talking to companies, coordinating with them, getting them to come on campus and interview students. So Symbionic was one of the companies I found on LinkedIn because as a product designer, I was really interested in finding out, okay, what is the thing that can have the most impact? Like, there are so many things you can design, but what can you do that will have impact directly on people's lives? So we were looking into medical device design, and that is how I found Symbionic and Rishi on LinkedIn. I talked to him, and literally I was hooked. I was here 2 years ago, and I joined Symbionic, and I've been here since then.
Okay. And what's the evolution journey? Because I am sure you guys have spent some time in Symbionic. So what evolution you have seen and how your product has evolved?
Okay, so like I just said, when we started out, it was literally the three of us, the two co-founders, Rishi and Niranjan, and me. We were sitting in Rishi's bedroom trying to print some open source 3D printed hands, trying to make Rishi use them. They were really bad. I actually have one initial prototype of mine, which was green in color. And it actually looked more like a car than like a bionic arm because I started out designing cars. And it was also, we also had this one time where I was trying to cook up a prototype because we had an event at IIT Research Park, and we ended up taking a product that didn't really work, and it was all over the place. So we sort of started from the bottom, from scratch, with nothing to sort of show for ourselves. And I think over the years, something that we realized was our solution that we started with was not exactly something we could just deploy to users and everything. So we had to sort of define the problem differently talk to amputees, talk to our users, see what they actually needed, because the problems that they were facing with other bionic arms and other solutions in the market were something that we didn't want to replicate in India. And over the years, we've been solving technical problems with our sensors. We've had to solve a lot of manufacturing problems, because with the scales that we're working at in bionics and prosthetics, there are not a lot of manufacturers who want to make things for us. And it took us a lot of time. It took us a great team. We had to get product designers and engineers to help us solve a lot of niche problems. And we launched our product in the September of this year. We are currently deployed with 2 users, and I think we were hoping to scale to India as soon as possible.
Many congratulations. I think video is ready. Yeah, can you play the video, please?
Myself Raji, I'm from Korattur.
ஹாய், என் பேர் காவேரி. நான் ஆர்டிஸ்டாக இருக்கேன்.
ஹேண்ட் கவர்மெண்ட்லேருந்து அந்த கேகே நகர் ரிஹாபிலேஷன் சென்டரில் ஒன்று கொடுத்தாங்க. அது கொஞ்சம் வெயிட்டாக இருந்துச்சு, ரொம்ப வாங்கி வச்சுருக்கேன். எங்கள் வீட்டில் ஷோ கேஸில் இருக்குது, 2 கை இருக்குது ஆக்சுவலாக.
கை இல்லைன்ற ஃபீல் கூட எனக்கு அந்தளவுக்கு பெருசாக தெரியல. அது நார்மலாக இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. ஆனால் அது போடும்போது தான் எனக்கு ரொம்ப அன்கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக, இது இல்லாமல் இருந்தாலே நல்லாயிருக்கும்.
ஸோ இந்த பக்கம் ஹேண்ட் சப்போர்ட் இருந்தால் இன்னும் பெட்டராக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சர்ச் பண்ணையில் Symbionic பார்த்தேன்.
The real trick is to make something complicated seem easy. The Titan arm can do that.
Amazing stuff, amazing. I can tell you, I was observing Shakti and Sampriya when this video was running. And when the smile came on the face of the people, those who are beneficiary of it, they were smiling. What it feels?
It actually feels amazing. Like whenever we sit with a user and they're able to use the arm, they're able to pick things up, you're able to like operate machinery, drink water, like even the most basic stuff like pick up cutlery, cut your food and eat it by yourself without extra time or extra effort or anything. It's just, it makes everything, all those sleepless nights, everything just absolutely worth it.
Amazing. Can we have a big round of applause for them? So before I move to Bhavesh, any questions from you to them?
So I would like to know, like I'm also working a similar type of social problem. So what is your vision, like what you want to see after 3 to 5 years, like what will make you super happy after 3 to 5 years?
So to answer your question, I'm sure this is like a common vision with our whole team. In 5 years, we want to transform the prosthetics industry in India. We want people with upper limb differences to have the option to opt for a highly functional prosthetic arm if they wish to, and use it seamlessly, not wait around for 3 to 4 weeks or months for socket fitment, not having to go back to the PNO because you got a little fat, you got a little thin, and the socket doesn't fit anymore, or there are some other issues. And according to Indian climate also, our climate is very different. So if you sweat, or if you're doing high energy exercise or whatever, it interferes with the sensor system and you're not able to use it reliably. So we would want like a reliable, consistent product out there in the market for all of our users, and at an affordable price for the Indian market. That's it.
Sorry, just to add on to that, we have a running joke in our office where our goal is to make a bionic arm that's good enough to make able-bodied people jealous of it. So that's
Fantastic, is it? And you will, I promise you, you will also get a chance to ask questions from Bhavesh.
definitely
So,
waiting for
Bhavesh, I will move on to you. So, we talk about Solinas. I have also done a little bit of research. By the way, can you recognize Solinas as a name? You must have seen somewhere. Any guesses? They were in Shark Tank India, by the way, if you are not aware. So, what was the idea came to your mind, and how this complete new product came into the picture?
Yeah, so I remember those days when I used to go to school and college, and at the road I used to see that one man is cleaning the human shit. He is without any clothes and going inside manholes and septic tank to clean the human shit. Do you know, in India, around every year, 400 to 500 manual scavengers are dying just by cleaning septic tanks and sewer lines. On the other hand, there are a lot of water pipelines and sewer pipelines. As Indians, we know very little about what's happening underground. We know much about on the ground that we have to develop electric vehicles and so, and we know that we have to develop high electric airplanes and so, but we know very little about what actually happening underground, like water pipelines, sewer pipelines and so. $40 billion loss in utilities worldwide just because of non-revenue water. I remember those days, like when my mom used to suffer that she used to complain that I am getting sewer water in our water pipeline tap. And if there is any leak, we were not able to get water for 3 to 5 days. There were 10 laborers who were coming and they would keep on digging the road and finding one leak. So the idea came from our day-to-day problems. Can we develop some technology to manage assets which are underground? Can we make these assets visible from invisibles? So then we started a journey to develop robotics and AI solutions to clean manholes and septic tank without any manual interventions. On the other hand, finding the leaks in the pipelines and sewer pipelines without any manual interventions. So this is what about.
So this is the real problem we all are facing, we all know, but Bhavesh came with some idea how we can solve this problem. Do we have a video? Can we see that?
Yeah, sure.
Can we run the video, please?
So manual scavenging, a practice which is illegal in India from 2013. There is no such affordable technology still exists in India which can eliminate manual scavenging completely. This is generally the normal life of a manual scavenger. Before going to septic tanks and manhole, he used to drink alcohol a lot, so to make him subconscious. 75 million septic tanks are cleaned in India by manual scavenging. from homogenization to suction to store it and transport it to the sewage treatment plants. Entire robot can be operated by just 3 control buttons. So this is the first unit, homogenizer. This blade goes inside the underground structures, make the hard particles of the sludge into a soft particle. Not only homogenization, if there are some plastic bottles and big stones, you can collect using the grabber as well. This entire mechanism is quick fit. Once you collect it, maybe you want to suck out the wastewater as well, so this can be collected using the suction pump integrated in the same system. We have deployed around 30 robots in India, which are present in different tent cities. We have developed first product and given first robot to the widow of the supply.
Introducing Solinas Asset Management Service.
Our second product is
a
Endobot.
gateway to reduce your burden
Used to
of
inspect
identifying
the
the
leakage in the
contamination
pipelines.
source or leakage source or prevent overflows or even manage the entire pipeline. But what do? Introducing Endobot, extremely powered, adaptable, higher range of vision, 6-wheel drive, intensive lightings, launcher pads, and even more. Let's get into the world of pipelines. Endobot is a pipeline crawler which can travel from 90 mm to 900 mm pipelines, even when the water is filled or sludge accumulated at the bottom. Not only crawling, it can even pinpoint the exact location of tree roots, estimate scales, measure inner thickness. It can even adapt to various sizes, pass on the obstacles, identify illegal ferrules, measure the inclination of pipeline, improper joints, encrustations, and laser profiling to measure ovality of the pipeline.
So we not only provide robot, but we also provide the dashboard, come with a cloud-based dashboard. So once you enter in the pipeline, entire data come in your mobile. You can see where the water is coming from, how much water you are using on the daily basis. This can be accessed just in your mobile. So that's it.
Thank you, Bhavesh. And as I promised Shakti and Sampriya, you can ask question from Bhavesh.
Okay, so my first question is, what were the biggest problems you faced while developing your solution? One technical and one non-technical problem.
First, non-technical problem actually, when we started journey in 2018, we were the student at IIT Madras. At that time, we were not knowing what actually is the problem is. Suppose if I have to develop something to clean septic tank or civil line, I can't enter inside to see what is actually the septic tank is, or what is the behavior of sludges and all these things. And the second problem was non-uniformity in problem. Suppose if I have to take the septic tank of Grand Chola and just I move to 10 kilometers from here to the Velachery area, the septic tank dimensions and its features, everything will be different. So now you imagine how can you develop a solution which can fit to any kind of manholes on septic tanks. So that was the second problem. And third problem was, suppose if I have to see septic tank and manholes, no one allows you to see that because it's fully filled with the toxic gases and all this. So this was some of the non-technical problems we were facing. If you see the technical side, we have put on a lot of efforts actually to understand the behavior of sludge before cleaning it. So how you can understand the material which, there is no research paper and nothing data is available in the market. Suppose if I have to imagine that I have to develop a robot to septic tank and civil line. If you have to develop a mobile, you can see there are Apple mobile, Samsung mobile and all this. But if I have to develop something which is not exists yet, how can I imagine that? So that imagination and as a product head, how you will develop a product which you know nothing about it, how it will look like and all these things. So that was the message.
Sampriya, anything from you? Okay. So
Well,
what you
sorry,
can...
I'm really
yeah.
sorry. Can I
Yeah,
have
please,
another
please,
question?
please.
So I think obviously, as we know, India loves like frugal solutions, and especially with something like social impact and everything. How are you challenging the adoption problem? How are you getting people and the government? I think I'm assuming you have to deal with regulatory bodies for your solution. How are you solving that problem?
So first of all, we started developing a solution after collecting the feedback from manual scavengers, what they're looking for. So if you can directly give them very autonomous robot, they can't use it. Maybe a lot of people don't have mobiles also in manual scavengers committed. So first of all, we focus more on how we can make it very simple, like with just 2-3 buttons, they can operate. Then we focus more on training to these Safai Karamcharis, because these people used to think if this robot will come, that can, what they will do then. So before they used to have 3 manual scavengers to clean 1 tank, and it used to take 1 week to around 3 days to clean a 1 tank, and they need a rest of 2 days, because once they enter in this 10,000 liter of septic tank, they need a lot of rest if they come back from that. A lot of people are dying. So now what they are doing is actually to clean 1 septic tank, there is need of only 1 manual scavengers with 1 robot, and they are cleaning 7 tanks in a day rather than 2 tanks. So this is the change actually came in, and a lot of municipals are also preferring these solutions, because there is a lot of pressure from government side because of just now there is a special budget for mechanizations of the septic tank cleaning and manholes cleaning. So there is huge pressures, and all of the results that I'm sharing is by doing a lot of pilots with a lot of municipal corporations. Our first special municipal corporation was Madurai Municipal Corporation. So we deployed this robot under PTR also. And now we are also working in Chennai with CMW SSB. So I think we not only focused on developing only the robot, but we focus more on training the Safai Karamcharis, as well as we also focus on services and maintenance. There is no sanitation cleaning company exists in India which focus on services also. A lot of companies the suction pump and jetty company that exist, they just only sell the machines and then look for other tenders. But we look at the other side. After selling the robot, our journey starts now. We have to train Safai Karamcharis, and we have to keep on training them, making them empowered that they can service the robot, they can clean the tank entirely by robots without any manual intervention inside this. And not only that, after that, they can collect the data also using the sensors that is present in this.
Fantastic. And one of the solution is already here, what you can see on the table. And as I promised, NASTEC, Future Through Tech Lens, Tech in Action, today we are celebrating both of them. Can we have a big round of applause? Yeah, back to you.
Thank you so much, everybody, and thank you so much, Bhaskar. Now I would request Bhaskar to felicitate our experts with a memento.